Batting first at Jamshedpur, Pakistan pile up a huge score. Chasing the massive target, India disintegrated. Tendulkar failed to fire. And Ganguly's poor form with the bat continued. Six wickets from Naveed-ul Hasan gave Pakistan their first win of the series. We're now in Ahmedabad, from where we'll bring you the highlights of the fourth one-day international. Damp spots on the wicket as a result of early morning dew and overwatering by the groundsman delayed the start of the match by an hour. India were lucky again with the coin and they elected to bat. There were no changes for Pakistan after their stunning victory at Jamshedpur, and they play the same team that beat India. There are two changes for India. The out-of-form Irfan Pathan and the injured Harbhajan Singh have been left out, and Lakshmipati Balaji and Murli Karthik have taken their place. We join the match right at the start. Your commentators Ravi Shastri and Amir Sohail.
Sehwag, the man on strike. Runs for Sehwag through the offside. 2-2 and the over. That's the score after one. Tendulkar on his way, starts off with a boundary. No ball signal, just drifting onto leg stump. And that was nicely played.
Was a loosener from Rana Naveed. No effort in that. He was just looking to ball on a good line of length, but drifted towards the pads, and Sachin Tendulkar is off.
No ball, put away for four. That was juicy. And Tendulkar has helped himself.
Seems like after having the adjustment made with the side screen, he saw the ball very early. Played it beautifully and into the gap. Picked up his second boundary.
Beautiful timing. Third boundary for Tendulkar. And the good thing was he wasn't really reaching out for the ball. He allowed the ball to come onto the bat and concentrated on placement and timing.
Well, he attempted a similar kind of a stroke at Jamshedpur, and the result was he was caught in the slips because of the lack of the bounce on this one and the slowness of the pitch. He was able to execute that stroke beautifully through covers.
That's beautifully played. Again, this is loose stuff from Rana, and it gets the treatment. This time it's Sehwag. He's looking for movement. There's no movement there. And just drifting onto the pads.
Yes, he's looking to bowl line and length. We are seeing no aggression from Rana Naveed. In the last few games, he was very aggressive. He was bending his back. But in this particular game, he's just looking to bowl line and length. And I think it's not helping the cause of Pakistani team. He has to be aggressive. They have to pick up early wickets on this kind of a track to create some sort of a pressure on the team. Nicely played. This is going fine. Samit doing very well. 2 runs is the result.
Now, we talked about the pace of the surface and the way Tendulkar was dismissed in the last game. Now, this is Jamshedpur. So he didn't have the time. Extra bounce that did him. There was a little bit of movement as well. He was looking to punch it in front of point. Now, that's the pace of the surface. Now this is the last over. He had ample time to play a similar shot. So Inzamam just having a chat with Rana Naveed. See some alterations in the field. Fine leg up now. There's a man who's dropped back. Deep backward swelling on the boundary. They shot mid-wicket as well. So very quickly Inzamam realizing that there has to be some adjustments made, seeing the pace of this track and the bounce.
Well, you must have spoken to Rana Naveed that you have to bowl one line in length. They cannot afford to bowl both sides of the stumps. You cannot give him the cushion. And now he has decided to bowl just on the off stump.
That's pummeled through the offside. Width on offer, and Sehwag onto it in a flash. Meaty blow.
Off stump line he has to bowl. And there is, this occasion, plenty of room outside the off stump. And not much cushion. Square of the wicket on the offside. Easy pickings for Virender Sehwag. Picked up his second boundary of the over. One on the onside, square of the wicket, and the other one, square on the offside. It's bowling all over the place, Rana Naveed.
4 more. All over the shop, you said. Well, this is tough for Inzamam now. Runs on both sides of the wicket. You can't set a field then. He's got to bowl a line. He's been clipped off the pads 3 times already in this innings. He's been hit through the offside twice. And with fine leg up, that's hardly the line you can afford to bowl. Good placement. Very risky from Sehwag. He'll get another boundary. 39 for no loss. Two for Sehwag. And also the fielding restrictions now will apply for 14 overs.
Was good bowling from Rana Naveed and also good captaincy from Inzamam ul Haq. After removing the slip fieldsman, he was needed to bring that third man fieldsman a bit finer. Still staying very square.
That's true. And it will be 4. Late adjustment by Tendulkar. The ball wasn't really coming onto the bat. At the very last minute, he's opened the face of the blade. Waited and then got the placement right.
Not an easy shot to play on this kind of a track. Waited on it and then in the end opened the face of the bat and picked up his 4th boundary.
Single down to third man. That should be runs for Tendulkar. I thought it would be 4, but the outfield, as I said, in patches is quite thick. Now I tell you, this is a heartening side. It might look a risky shot, but you're seeing a different Tendulkar here. The approach is different. It's not like he's letting Sehwag do all the scoring, the risk-taking. He's taken the initiative in this partnership. That's good to see.
Ball got just a little big on him. Intentions are very clear. He was going to clear the infield over mid-on or mid-off. But Rana Naveed bowled it quite cleverly in the end. Pitched it just a little bit short.
Played it fine down to third man, and it's 4. Third man fielder a bit too wide. Nicely played by Tendulkar.
Now that's an important position where Mohammad Sami is fielding. He's very quick, but he's got to adjust, and adjust he must do, because there's no slip in place now. So there's a huge area where Sachin Tendulkar can really maneuver the ball quite easily. All it required was an edge, healthy edge, intentional, and he knew exactly where Mohammad Sami was. Look where he is, very square, still very square. You want him to be a little finer than that.
The length cannot be short when you've got a fine leg inside the circle. He's flirting with danger. He's also looking to bowl the middle stump line. I don't think this is the right field for Rana Naveed.
This is also another problem that the fielding sides have when they lose the toss and field first, because you're not looking for those wickets. Once you establish an opening partnership, then you're looking to defend. So he's not looking to hit the right lengths where he can pick up wickets. He's looking to defend. And in that negative frame of mind, you can easily go for more runs.
He could be in trouble here. Hari Haran has called for the third umpire, but Sehwag is walking. He's walking towards the dressing room. He knows he's out. We'll still have to wait for the official verdict.
What fantastic work by Yunus Khan. He had earlier tried this also, but failed because he got Virendra Sehwag in his way. But this time, what a strike. Brilliant, brilliantly done. What presence of mind, what brilliant cricket from Yunus Khan. The red light is on, he's gone. India lose their opener. 65 for 1. Gone for 29.
Mahendra Singh Dhoni walks in at number 3. Good start. Good way to get off the mark. You've got to say very unprofessional on the part of Virendra Sehwag. Normally, he's alert to everything that's happening around him, but this time I think he was surprised that the throw came in. It seemed like at the last minute he saw the ball, then he got the shock of his life. He wasn't expecting perhaps Yunus Khan to have another shy, considering that he was again in the way, in the path.
Java Sam.
Again punched nicely on the offside for 4. Dhoni on the move, 72 for 1. Great shot. This time he was nicely set up for that line outside the off stump. Look at the margin for error for the bowler. He's just a foot away from that middle stump, and it's cost him 4 runs.
This was thumped by Dhoni. Not to the pitch, it didn't require to be to the pitch. Just a clean bat swing through the line.
Great shot again. It's another 4 consecutive boundaries to finish the over. It's 82 for 1.
You can already see now. Oh, misunderstanding. He has to hurry. It's gone, I think. This could be a second run out. The Pakistan team, the body language suggests that Dhoni might just have reached home. But it's always going to be touch and go. Big hesitation. Yes, no, yes. He's in. He's in. Only just. Needed a direct hit there.
But take a look at the fact that what a difference a direct hit makes, almost a yard. Dhoni's in, but a direct hit would have had him in trouble. That's through again. 4 more for Dhoni. Really, he's so severe on anything outside the off stump. I think they've got to employ the same tactics as they did to Sehwag. They've got to keep the ball absolutely on the stumps. Anything outside the off stump, and Dhoni's going to crack it.
Length is important too. They've got to be short of a length and straight. He's come out with a mandate. Go out and beat the ball, and he's doing exactly that.
Well ball, Shahid bhai.
See, it's a very awkward line. We've seen Tendulkar bowling this line in the one-day series, and he's put the brakes on Pakistan. He's looking to hit those areas outside the leg stump. It makes Tendulkar do something different. And he smashed it into the crowd, gave himself room, didn't allow Afridi to settle down. Mid-on was up, and he took a chance.
Well, it's not often that you see that the wicket that's fallen is Sehwag and the momentum has stayed the same. Run rate has also been the same. But really, the test is now, when the ball gets old, as Ravi was saying, this 15th to maybe the 35th over. It's important.
Well ball, Shahid bhai,
The
shabash.
ball's going to hold up a bit. But this man is now the danger man for Pakistan, Sachin Tendulkar. He's got a start. That again may be wide. Yes, it is. This is going to hurt Afridi, because every over, if he's going to give a couple of deliveries, this line, you've got to be immaculate in your line if you're bowling from round the wicket.
Well ball, Shahid
A
bhai.
couple of extra balls in every over can really do damage.
Shabash, shabash, Shahid bhai. In the bay.
It's good running. I think what's important is sensible cricket now. It's not going to be easy to play the big shots.
Shabash, shabash, Shahid bhai.
So it's important you run hard between the wickets. 12 extras bowled, so that's 2 extra overs already.
Sunday.
Dhoni is an aggressive runner between the wickets as well. And that's good to see. Because then that will get the fielders at the edge of that 30-yard circle to come in.
Well ball, Shahid bhai. Ye chase, Shahid bhai.
End of the over. It's 105 for 1.
It's 107 for 1.
Take a look at that. Now they're jam-packed in there. This ground is full. It's brimming with people. But there is a lot of work that's been done here. There is a new stand
Shabash, Shahid bhai.
opposite to the pavilion. They've put another single. I think that's the pattern of the game which is going to develop. They're going to try and get 3 or 4 singles every over.
Shabash, Shahid bhai.
There's a lot of work done on the east stand as well. This has got a covering, so that gives them a lot of shade viewing there.
Well ball, Shahid bhai, shabash.
So half the stadium is now, more than half the stadium is now covered. There's only the west stand which isn't, and that's this new stand that's come up. And that is wonderful. The GMDC end looks beautiful. They're lovely boxes as well. Wonderful angle to view cricket from.
I think you mentioned about that cover on the top of the stand, so there's some shade. Even this area is going to be covered up, they say, and by the time the next match starts, or maybe in a couple of years, so important that you look into the interests of the spectators as well. It's 1-1-1 for 1. Just a single. He's on 46, Tendulkar. He'll be happy he's got some runs under the belt. He's spent some time at the crease. And Arun, you were talking about the stands and the covering.
Oh, absolutely, Ravi. Now, these people, although they're thronging the stadiums, but their facilities for them have to be upgraded. It should really be mandatory to have a covering. Because if you're playing cricket at times like this in April, if you think it's tough for the cricketers, spare a thought for them. The sun is sort of bearing down on them. They don't even have a chance to move around. It keeps attacking them front on. So really, to see one side of the stadium that's got a covering, it's a step in the right direction. I think the entire stadium should have these kind of facilities.
Yes, it's a pretty sight here. I think you must commend the Gujarat Cricket Association. At least they've made an effort. You can see the roof here. There's a new pavilion. There's a new stand on the other side. Well, that'll help.
They've put 50 on the board, and the batsman, well, naturally thinks he's on 50. He could change his game. Now he's definitely on 50. Officially a 50 for Tendulkar, and this partnership also crossing 50.
Yes, the batsman should be given the credit, but also the Pakistanis, they didn't bowl very well. Seemed like they lacked a certain kind of a plan on this kind of a pitch. Some fire was missing from the opening bowlers of the Pakistani team. Good shot, but straight to the fieldsman. Only a single. Yeah, like you suggested, there were too many runs scored in that particular area, the third man. And that shows the Pakistani captain didn't read the pitch very well. Deft touch from Sachin Tendulkar. A bit of width outside the off stump, and that was the quickest delivery. The off spinner from Shahid Afridi allowed Sachin Tendulkar to use the pace of that ball on a slow track, waited on it, and then placing it beautifully away from the fieldsman for another boundary.
Few more runs in that third man area with that last boundary. It's been a heavy scoring area for the Indians. A lot of fielding sides have realized that it's very difficult to stop runs sometimes, especially against spinners in that third man area, so they put a slip fielder, not so much to take a catch, just to stop those fine cuts and the late cuts that the batsmen play for runs.
Yes, on a pitch like this, as a bowler, you have to force the batsman into playing everything on the front foot. Hasn't been the case. They've been sitting pretty on their back foot and placing the ball into the gaps for singles and boundaries. 137 for 1 India.
Again, that typical Dhoni forcing shot on the offside. Get a single.
Well, that accentuates the point we made earlier. You've got to force the batsman into playing on the front foot. This is a slow track. And whenever Dhoni has been forced to playing on the front foot, he has struggled. Anything which is pitch short on this one, very easy for the batsman to actually place into the gaps and picking up singles. Anything pitched back of the length can be maneuvered easily because it allows a lot of time to the batsman to place the ball anywhere they want to.
Razak has bowled extremely well. Just 17 runs from 5.4 overs, and he's getting lateral movement. Now that's interesting. There's nothing in the pitch to suggest that the bowlers, the seamers, would get sideways movement from the pitch. Razak, every ball that is hit the seam, it's got some kind of a lateral movement.
That's an ideal pitch for Abdul Razak. He's not very express with his pace. He's a kind of a bowler who likes to pitch the ball in the right areas without making any effort. And because of the slowness, he's been very effective on this pitch, forcing the batsman to play on the front foot. Single to end the over, 141 for 1.
He's gone up in the air and he's got the distance. The second six of the match. Not quite from the middle of the bat, but he's a strong man, Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Brave tactics from Dhoni. He knows the captain has introduced him into the attack, not only to pick up wickets, but also to keep the scoring rate in control. He reacted well, attacked Danish Kanaria, and picked up the 6. Like you said, it wasn't timed well, but it was the power of Dhoni. And as we know that he drinks 4 liters of milk every day, that suggests everything.
Good shot. It's gone very fine. It's not the quickest outfield. The 150 comes up for India. I think for me this is a very important stage. Danish Kanaria might make things happen. The Indians have to respect him for his skills as a leg spinner. Third 50 coming off 66 balls. They just look to go after him blindly. And there could be a danger of losing a couple of wickets as well, because this pitch will turn and Kanaria has a test match bowler's temperament, so he's always going to look for wickets.
They have already forced him to change his line and length.
Well done, Yusuf.
And the tactics employed by the Indian batsmen, they are very good. They know the importance of this spell from Danish Kanaria.
And it's a reverse sweep. It's a strong hit from Sachin Tendulkar. Almost carried that for a 6.
That was vicious. It wasn't a paddle, which we're used to seeing in reverse sweeps, but take a look at this for a reverse sweep. I've seen him play left-handed in the nets also, Ramesh, so he's quite ambidextrous, this man, Tendulkar. That is a severe hit. Played that late, that should go the distance. There's a fielder herring after it, he just cuts it off, restricting it to just 2. It's 163 for 1.
Down the track, raises the 100-run partnership with a lovely boundary. This is good aggressive cricket from Sachin Tendulkar.
Little predetermined, trying to shake him off his line and length. Razak causing some worries for them. A little bit of risk there. The old-fashioned slog. He saw him coming, pitched it short, but Sachin was up to it. Managed to hit it into the gap. 4 good runs.
Age will get him a boundary. It's a no ball as well. Pakistan have been pretty ragged in that department.
This is going to hurt. It was a good delivery, found the outside edge, went for 4. But it's the no ball which is the big problem. He's been getting the ball to move Well, that's a healthy edge, carrying for 4.
That's a biggie. It's Shahid Afridi who's trying to get underneath that one. That's hit the cameraman. Now that has hit our cameraman. And he's down. Poor chap is down now. It was a bad hit. Dhoni has played a lovely shot. He had to miss Shoaib Malik. He was positioned there at shot fine. Played it extremely fine.
Really just paddled it almost behind the wicketkeeper. This is a ingenious shot, very creative indeed. But there's a lot of turn as well.
He's run well between the wickets. He is not tiring. He's been very purposeful in this innings. He had a mission to accomplish and seems to be very close of accomplishing that mission. Oh, missed it. It's a let-off for Dhoni. Kamran Akmal not gripping the ball.
Really, that should have been over and done with. Down the track, a simple take. Akmal really not with his eyes on the ball. Didn't glove it at all. It probably hit him on his left thumb. But that's a let-off for Dhoni in India.
Pakistan have got to take their chances. They've missed Dhoni a couple of times through run-out hits. 3 times, in fact. Sachin Tendulkar on 97. Crescendo building here, the stadium. Will not be rushed into getting there. He's worked hard for all his runs. He's looked very focused. India wanted him to get back into good hitting form. And in this innings, he's been very impressive. There you see, 98 from 103 balls. Dhoni will come back for the second. No, he won't.
I think Sachin slipped on the return. They've run a lot. They've run some very fast singles. It is warm there. It must be taking its toll on Sachin as well. But he's played a terrific inning. What a comeback for him. I'm only saying that relatively because of the standards that he sets for himself. It's difficult to keep him quiet. He's doing it in singles. You're not going to be able to bowl a dot ball to him now.
Tendulkar on 99, Dhoni on 47, just 3 away from his 50. What a good knock he's played. They've gone for the appeal and yes, given out, caught behind. Good catch by Kamran Akmal. He redeems himself very quickly. After missing a sitter behind the stumps, he's taken a beauty. Now, those catches are not easy. You're blinded by the batsman's shadows, the pads, the body. Good take.
Yes, indeed, and you've got to be moving onto your left side, down the leg side. There will be some deviation off the bat. Beautifully taken, or just about. Taken on the second attempt, but he's got it all the same. He would be a relief man, Kamran Akmal. Dhoni gone for 47, the wicket that Pakistan needed, 194 for 2.
Bit of bat. He gets there. His 38th one-day 100. Remarkable achievement.
Absolutely, and what a time to come back into form. Very important game, and he's struggling a bit. This is 100 after 16 innings for Sachin Tendulkar. Now he's cramping up. Both his fingers, his hands, arms, just tightening up. Luck has deserted him. His form has deserted him. Lacks confidence. That's pressure. But you're right, from the perspective of this particular game, it would be good if he plays his natural game.
And he's off the mark straight away. And Ahmed cleverly got a slip in place for him. So they know that he is under stress. They want to attack him early on in the innings. Catch it. Mohammad Sami is after it, but he is nowhere near the ball. Miss it, giving Sachin Tendulkar a couple of runs. That appeared to be a tired shot from Sachin.
Well, the good thing about it was that he was targeting the straight field. Definitely tired, definitely feeling the cramps setting in.
Now run on a weed. And that's 4. He did that in his first spell, drifted too often onto the pads. Still feel Inzamam might have been better off getting a spinner, someone like Danish Kanaria.
Yeah, especially with the fact that Sachin Tendulkar is struggling with the cramps. He's been there for a long time now, and under these conditions, if you see how the ball has changed, well, the condition of the players, it's just like the ball, very wary. Getting a spinner into attack would have been a very good option. Here with the fast bowlers, the batsman can really use the pace of the ball and hit the ball into the gaps. But with the spinners, you really have to use your force, energy to get the ball going.
He gave him the charge. No ball signal. Got leg by signal as well. Look for 2. Tendulkar will Atwari. Ganguly says no, there was 2 there. Tendulkar wanted 2. I think he's struggling. Tendulkar is struggling at the moment with cramps. He wants the strike. So the pressure now back on the Indian captain. He's on strike.
But that's what he's required to do. Look to pick up a single, hit the strike to Sachin Tendulkar, who's been there for a long time.
Struck outside the line. The intention was to just paddle it round the corner, leg by signal.
That particular stroke suggested to me that he is tired. The fine leg is rightly placed at the boundary line in this situation of the game. And Sachin Tendulkar trying to play that ball towards fine leg.
Yes, he's looking for some second win, and I get the feeling he's just biding his time for another 2-3 overs before he again launches himself into the Pakistan attack. Now that's gone away fine. So the first boundary for Ganguly. That'll make him feel a lot better, just drifting onto the pads.
Have a look at the reaction of Sourav Ganguly. Showing the umpire that don't make a mistake here. I've finally got a boundary.
Great chance for India here to bat Pakistan out of the game.
But at the moment, looks highly unlikely because Sachin Tendulkar is suffering from the cramps, and then Sourav Ganguly is completely out of form. He's just playing in there to regain his form, and the overs they are ticking by, and that's good for Pakistan. That's the tiredness showing on Sachin Tendulkar, and the Pakistanis, they should capitalize that.
As you can see now, he's not looking to hit down the ground because he's tired, he's cramping up, he's looking to use the pace of the bowler and just ride him on either side of the wicket. Try and get runs behind the wicket. Oh, that's gone through. To wait for the umpire's signal here. In fact, runs off the bat. Tendulkar was moving away down the leg side. Afridi followed him and paid the price. 236 for 2.
And off the bat, 17 runs out of 28 deliveries.
Down the track and another stumping. Goes to ground. A great opportunity here for Kamran Akmal. And he's feeling the heat. Ganguly was looking for the big one, and Shoaib Malik deceived him here in flight. Oh, pretty straightforward.
A run out. Oh, has he made it in time? Rudy Kurtzon will call for the TV umpire. Seems like Ganguly may have made it, but Yunus Khan thinks otherwise.
Shoaib Malik, who threw the ball, and I think it's gone. He is gone. That bat probably not grounded. Kamran Akmal with the bails off. He's short of the crease, so he'll have to leave the crease. His red light is on.
He wasn't aware. He thought he had made it, so he was surprised when the red light came on. In fact, he was planning in the next few overs with Tendulkar when the red light came on. Another look. It was a simple decision for the third umpire. Short of his crease. So Ganguly run out for 18, 242 for 3. Rahul Dravid is the next man in. 250th one-day match for Dravid. Gets off the mark right away. There'll be some urgency between the wickets now. Fitness is the question here, whether he has that in him to create those shots. Reverse sweep. Get a single. It's 246 for 3. Bowl him. Bowl round the legs. And Shoaib Malik has struck. And Tendulkar has played a superb innings here. 123. Before cramps got to him, the last 5 or 6 overs, it's been a real struggle. It's been a while since I've seen him play the way he has done in this innings. It's not just about the 100. He's just played attacking cricket right through the innings, and that was good to see.
Well, throwing his wicket away, he was tired shot in the end, but a brilliant knock. They all clap for the little master. It has been a masterful innings from Sachin Tendulkar, gone for 123, 248 for 4.
Yuvraj Singh has come in. Hasn't really got the opportunities so far in this one-day series. Hasn't got the big scores. He gets off the mark. He's got to look for two. In fact, he was just about to come back and then as an afterthought, but just in time for Dravid saying no.
Almost hit Mohammad Sami with his return. It was Rana Naveed who threw the ball hard. And there you see Mohammad Sami going for that cover.
Well played by Dravid. Boundary at the right time for India. It's 254 for 4.
Another loose delivery, another boundary, and the pattern continues. Amazes me to see Shahid Afridi come and bowl in the last few overs. They don't seem to have a plan, especially when they're bowling first up. Go on the defensive very early. Then they don't bowl those wicket-taking deliveries. Second time around, they're more focused. They look for those wickets, and they've got the potential really to pick wickets. It saddens me to see Pakistan when they do not play to their potential, and the potential is to pick wickets, to create a little bit more aggression out there for themselves. They've played Canaria, they've not used him well. They've got Sami and Rana Naveed who can be brisk with their pace. They've not come back for a spell in our last good 40 odd minutes or so.
I think the problem, Ramiz, is once they lose the toss, the whole focus is to keep India under 300. That's what Inzamam thinks about. So it's all about keeping the runs down, going on the defensive very quickly with one obsession to keep India under 300. 261 for 4. Great shot. This is such an outstanding shot. 3 fielders deep on the leg side. He manages to find the gap.
Not such an outstanding ball from Shoaib Malik. There you see almost a half trigger. And Yuvraj Singh has just arrived. If you feed him there, he's going to put you away for runs.
Terrific shot. 2 fielders deep, square on the leg side, and Dravid piercing those 2 fielders for another very good 4.
It's a wrong line. You can't afford to bowl in the pads of Rahul Dravid because he's so good in that area, and further to bowl a length delivery at this stage is criminal. That's an easy boundary for Rahul Dravid.
That's why this man is so dangerous. Have a look at this shot. What can you do as captain? It's a length ball, and that's a dangerous thing to do when you've got Yuvraj Singh at the other end.
Yes, it allowed him to swing the bat and hit through the line because it was the length delivery from Mohammad Sami, so he's not learned from his past mistake. Turning out to be one expensive over.
11 runs of this over. It's 280 for 4. He's going to look for 2. In fact, Dravid will come back. It's not a good throw. It's a comfortable second run. Here is another case, Ramiz, where Shoaib Malik has just bowled a couple of overs too many. And that's been the scenario of this Pakistan performance. Every bowler in their spell has perhaps bowled an over too much.
His thinking has been pretty flat today. Pakistan think tank has not thought out a well-planned strategy.
Few more runs in that third man area. The second reverse sweep being played by Dravid for runs. He's come back for the third, Yuvraj Singh. Rudy Kurtzen deciding against having a look at that stop by Shahid Afridi. This is the sliding stop. Just have a look at that back foot. Did it touch? Yes, it did. Rudy Kurtzen. I think quickly somebody is on the walkie-talkie. I think that's a good idea. That's the kind of help that you need from the third umpire who's watching exactly what we are watching. And I think they've just got the attention of Hariharan to say that that was for. Rudy Kurtzen didn't feel the need to, but that's a good overall team umpiring. Big one, but not big enough. Straight to the fielder. It's Rana Naveed in the deep, and Dravid perishes in an attempt to up the tempo. But he's made his contribution. Shoaib Malik gets another wicket.
He may have picked up 3 wickets, Shoaib Malik, but he has been very expensive, ragged, no balls, wides. And even a wicket at this stage really will not be able to lift the spirits of the Pakistan team, because they've given away far too many easy runs. Gone for 19, 288 for 5 India.
Mohammad Kaif is batting at number 7 for India, so I think he's got to get used to this idea. He's come in with just about 2 overs to go. Shoaib Malik to Yuvraj Singh. Yuvraj Singh will get a single, he'll keep the strike. 289 for 5.
Whatever the state of the pitch, if you have a target around 300, it is extremely difficult. Even on a good batting track, if you're asked to get 300, 300 or 5 or 10, it becomes doubly difficult. That pressure of 6 and over right from the first ball can get to you. Doesn't matter whether you have the Shoaib Maliks or the Afridis stacked up in your batting lineup. They all have to get going at a fast pace.
In fact, it's gone all the way. Tremendous hit from Mohammad Kaif. The mid-on was up. Hariharan taking no chances. He's on the walkie-talkie to confirm this hit, whether it's a 4 or a 6. It lands on the skirting, so that's a 6. Unless the third umpire feels that it's just bounced before hitting the skirting, but it seems like it's just landed on the rope. So according to the new rules, it lands on the rope. It's got to be 6, but I think they reckon that it may have just bounced before the skirting. Bowl in. The 2 extremes of the game. 4 of the first ball. The next ball, the stump lying flat on the ground.
Very good delivery from Mohammad Sami. It was a fast Yorker, and that you have to bring out from your armory at this stage of the game. The Yorkers, the slow deliveries, if you want to survive. Beautifully bowled. Top delivery. Gone for 5, 296 for 6 India.
Zahir Khan has been in good hitting form in this series. He's played some nice cameos for India. Once again he finds the gap. How he does that is beyond me. Brings up the 300, and Yuvraj Singh is playing a terrific innings.
How Shoaib Malik is still bowling, Sanjay, is beyond me. This is pretty ordinary stuff from the off spinner.
Once again in that area, Yunus Khan quickly on the ball. They come back for the second. Inzamam made a promise to Shoaib Malik before the match that I'll bowl you your full quota of overs.
So he's not bowled his dusra. I think he can't bowl his dusra because he's not very comfortable with it. So it's become pretty predictable for the batsman.
Great hitting. This is just tremendous hitting from Yuvraj Singh. Such a valuable one-day batsman for India. He comes at difficult stages, and this is outstanding talent on display. He's moved to 33 of 23 balls.
As I said, Shoaib Malik has become predictable because he can't bowl his dusra. The ball not spinning away from Yuvraj, so he had the confidence really to go against the spin, and what a good shot. 33 from just 23 balls.
Now they've got 4 fielders on the leg side. Deep. Goes in that same area again, but this time it's, I think, leg buys. Zahir Khan wants to come back for the third, but Yuvraj Singh feels that he should be taking strike. So 2 leg buys. 12 runs so far from this last over. And a dot ball. Inzama, well, he's resigned to the fate that he has to look at around 315, 320. It's just getting worse for Pakistan. Before wides. And an extra ball. 312 on the board with, in fact, 313 on the board with 1 more ball to go.
Smart cricket from Yuvraj. Very dumb from Shoaib Malik. It amazed his captain. Those tactics, not sure I can comprehend them.
17 runs of the over so far. He's going to come back for the second, Zahir Khan. So 2 runs of the last ball. That's 19 runs of the last over. And India have got 315 on the board. And mind you, this is a 48-over match. That's a secure total for India. Tendulkar was the star, 123 of 130 balls. Dhoni gave good support to Tendulkar, 47 of 64. The decisive blow in the end was Yuvraj Singh getting those runs, 35 of 26. Well, Rami's bowling figures for Pakistan.
Nothing to comment on. All very, very ordinary, except for Abdul Razak. India have got the target that they were looking for, 315 for 8 from 48 overs at 6.58 runs per over.